Jack and Margaret were two of the most loved people in their small town. Everyone knew them and adored them for their kindness and generosity. Jack was a big, burly man who enjoyed fishing and spending time outdoors. He was soft-spoken and had a hard-working attitude. Margaret had a brilliant mind and worked as a teacher in the local school. She was also a loving mother and grandmother to her two children. One of the things that people noticed about Jack and Margaret was their strong bond. They had been together for years and were deeply in love. Margaret was never without her camera and could often be found taking pictures of Jack and their two children. Jack always had a smile on his face and enjoyed making everyone around him smile as well. His patience, wisdom, and wit were valued by all who knew him. Jack and Margaret often went to visit friends and go to the movies on Saturday nights. They were notorious for being the life of the party and always had a good time. Jack and Margaret always made time for their children and grandchildren. They were the loving patriarchs of a large extended family. On summer days, Jack and Margaret were often seen walking to the lake, carrying a picnic basket. Everyone loved to see them together, enjoying the summer sun. Margaret was a homemaker and loved to care for her family and home. She always made sure that the house was warm and inviting, no matter the season. Jack and Margaret shared a deep respect and admiration for each other. They supported each other in their endeavors and always had each other's backs. Even though they had been together for many years, Jack and Margaret still enjoyed being in each other's company. They often stayed out late, going for walks and talking about life. Everyone in town who met Jack and Margaret saw how deeply in love they were. They were an ideal couple and people were inspired by the love and affection they shared. Jack and Margaret were passionate about numerous local and global issues. They would discuss these issues together and debate the solutions. One of the ways Jack and Margaret gave back to their community was by starting a community garden. They had many friends who shared in their commitment to the project. Jack always enjoyed sharing his knowledge with the young adults in the town. He would work with them to help develop their leadership skills. Margaret was often found bringing food to the elderly and people in need. She also volunteered at the local soup kitchen whenever she had the time. Jack and Margaret were known for their many acts of kindness. No matter the situation, they were always there to lend a helping hand. Every Sunday, Jack and Margaret could be found at the local church, singing hymns and reading from the Bible. They found solace in their faith and shared it with others. If there was a kind word to be said or an encouraging thought to be shared, Jack and Margaret could be depended on to do so. Jack and Margaret both had a passion for animals and nature. They often took walks in the park with their 5 cats and 2 dogs. At the end of the day, Jack and Margaret would spend time together in their living room. They would exchange stories, keep each other company, and simply enjoy each other's presence. On special occasions, such as birthdays or anniversaries, Jack and Margaret would go for a romantic dinner. They always treasured the moments they could have together. Jack and Margaret were always willing to lend their ear and offer advice. People from all over sought out their wisdom and friendliness. Jack and Margaret's grandchildren were their pride and joy. They would babysit and take them fishing, helping them to appreciate the beauty of nature.